It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the Wayne County Board of Education met Thursday morning in a special call meeting to discuss their capital outlay projects, specifically the renovation project for James E. Bacon Elementary and the new high school track. Board members Bruce Harris and Joe McPipkin voicing their frustration that neither project has actually begun. Joe McPipkin at the end of the meeting voiced his frustration.
Anticipated completion would be the summer of 2021. Kind of what you were saying, Bruce. I wrote this. I may be way out of line, but I'm going to read it, folks. And I think I'm more frustrated now than I was when I came in here, which is what Bruce is saying. We're no further along. I got to thinking last night, trying to put in perspective about this delay in beginning the James E. Bacon project. So I did a little research, nothing scientific, but just for conversation. You Google and look up, one source stated the average home has gone up $17,000, while another source has gone up $25,000 in a year's time. We take the median range and just say homes have gone up $21,000. The average home's gone from 1,660 square feet in '93 to 2,422 square feet in 2015, so we'll use that too. According to one source, the average school building is 118,500 square feet. Is that close? This makes the school 49 times as large as the average home. So if a home has gone up $21,000 in a year, that means waiting 1 year has cost us $1,027,457. Now, I understand building material quotes are fluid. They're only good for about 30 days. But again, referring to my notes, we were told either by you or relayed by Dr. Brinson that those were some timelines. And it's just frustrating that here we are a year later. We had COVID and thought, wow, well, it's going to be a great time to get in there and get a lot done. And yet we hadn't even turned the shovel, no dirt.
And again, those comments, board member Joe McPipkin. Architect Craig Buckley was at the Thursday meeting, and his response was simply that he hadn't met with the board for quite some time, but he told them he only shows up when invited. He told the board that anytime they request he attend a meeting, he will be on hand. He outlined the James E. Bacon renovation project, which now is projected to cost in the neighborhood of $17 million. Reason for the delay continues to be the GMP, which stands for the guaranteed maximum price, which the board is waiting from the state to get that guaranteed maximum price. Buckley says that should be coming shortly. Buckley says currently pricing is high and the COVID pandemic part of the blame. Chairman Nick Ellis reminded everyone that the reason the former Superintendent Jay Brinson and the board went for renovation rather than build a brand new school is the state's portion would be close to $6 million towards the project. If the county opted to build a brand new school, the state's portion would only be around $1.5 million. Buckley says once the school is completed, it will look like a brand new school, and it will be in comparison to the other new elementary schools already built. Here was a portion of Buckley's presentation on Thursday.
So our drawings do represent absolute parity, except for those classrooms that are a little bit smaller that I've already explained to you. Our cafeteria is virtually the same size. It's a different floor plan. Our kitchen is exactly the same. We have a media center, which is over near where the existing cafeteria and kitchen is. Same size, with the same amount of shelving and everything, just like those other projects. And then on the gymnasium, in that final decision making, Dr. Brinson and Jamie and all to go through it, it was decided to absolutely air condition the entire building, whole new roof, your gold and white trim metal panels that you have up here, all that is going to be covered in metal. Tearing out the concrete, tearing out the gymnasium floor, putting a new gym floor, putting in bleachers for, I believe it's 600, putting in new locker rooms, basically configuring the, if y'all been in those old locker rooms, it really goes back to when I was in high school or elementary school in the 70s. I mean, just concrete floors and everything. So now there are locker rooms, their coaches' offices. It's literally a brand new building. And of course, it's also bigger than what the other schools. So all that is in the project. Bids were taken the other day, and they're still meeting with subcontractors and trying to evaluate the pricing and things like that. So that's where we are right now. First, this is really for them, but first dibs are, it's very expensive. So, but they're working on reducing prices as we go, literally today. So.
And again, those comments of Craig Buckley. There are some alternates to the project as well that the Board of Education still has to make decisions on. One of those includes a softball field, which would be built where the old Board of Education building sits. That building to be torn down. The additional cost around $134,000. But again, that's not included in the current project cost. That would be an alternate, and the Board of Education and the school superintendent need to make that decision if they want that softball field built at that location. As far as the track timeline, the board was told yesterday that they should see work begin a week from this coming Monday. As far as bleachers, Ray Davison says the current portable bleachers in the end zone at JC Stadium could be sufficient at the new track site. Once again, the board was told to see work begin on the new track the Monday after spring break. Personnel also part of yesterday's agenda. Here's the personnel that was approved at the board meeting. Certified recommendations: Walker Bohannon, Jesup Elementary; Ruby Roberts, Jesup Elementary; Jonathan Steltzler, Wayne County High School; Lenny Taylor, Central Office Federal Programs Director; Destiny Walker, Wayne County High School; Caroline Williams, Jesup Elementary. Certified transfers: Ashley McPipkin Beaver, Martha Puckett Middle School to Arthur Williams Middle School; Pam Hughes, Arthur Williams Middle School to Martha Puckett Middle School; Tiffany Moriarty, James E. Bacon Elementary to Martha Ross Smith Elementary; Brandon Short, Wayne County High School Junior ROTC to Wayne County High School Assistant Principal. Certified resignations: Sierra Beasley, Martha Ross Smith Elementary, and Carolyn Trull, Arthur Williams Middle School. And all that personnel approved at Thursday's meeting. That's a look at your school board meeting from Thursday. We'll come back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. County Commissioners set to meet Monday, April 5th for their monthly April meeting, 7 p.m. They're going to meet once again in Courtroom C. On the agenda is the approval of the architectural firm for the judicial complex. They emphasize this is the first step in a long process, something the county believes is needed as security at the courthouses in downtown a serious issue. Both the county met last Friday, and this week Administrator Ed Jeffers and State Court Judge Vi Bennett were present at the City of Jesup's retreat, addressing the City Council, seeking their help in pushing for a SPLOST 5 vote in the near future in order to help pay for the new judicial complex, which will be centered around where the current downtown courthouse is currently located. 3 architectural firms have sent in proposals. Monday night, the County Commissioners meeting. On the agenda is the approval of one of those proposals and which firm will be in charge of the drawings and cost estimates for the complex. Other items on the agenda include, under new business, consider and approve changes to the health insurance, consider and approve resolution amending the fiscal year 2020 budget, consider and approve purchase of sheriff vehicles, consider expenses of roads. Also, under citizen concerns, Pastor Dale Moore on the agenda to talk about unity among commissioners. There is one board appointment that's in Tax Assessor Board District 2, items with the administrator, items with commissioners. All that's set for Monday night at 7 p.m. again at Courtroom C. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news: tickets are still available for the Chamber of Commerce's quarterly membership luncheon. State of Education announcement of the Page Star Student and Star Teacher of the Year, presented by Rayonier, sponsored by Georgia Power and Marshland Credit Union. The date, Tuesday, April 20th at the Pine Forest Country Club from 11:30 to 1. Guest speakers that day: Sherry Bowen, Principal Director of Solid Rock Christian Academy; Superintendent of Schools Dr. Sean Kelly; and Dr. Lonnie Roberts, President of Coastal Pines Technical College. The tickets are on sale at the Chamber, $25 early bird member rate now through Wednesday, April 14th, $35 for non-members, and walk-ins after Wednesday, April 14th. And make your reservation now. Again, the date set for Tuesday, April 20th, the announcement of the Star Student and Star Teacher of the Year. This is Easter weekend, and Calvary Baptist Church's Easter sunrise service will be back this year, beginning at 7 a.m. Again, Pastor Van Dempsey will be one of our guests today on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show to talk about the event coming back after being not held last year due to the pandemic. Again, Easter weekend set for Sunday or weekend. Again, we at WIFO wish you and your family a very happy Easter. One final news note: again, the Board of Tourism getting ready for their Upper County Landing canoe and kayak excursion. Date is April 17th. Again, they'll have 2 different paddles at Upper County Landing. Paddlers have the choice of 2 takeout points. The 11-mile paddle takes out at Pig Farm, Oglethorpe Landing. 16-mile paddle takes out at JC Landing. Registration just $10 per paddler prior to the event, $15 on the day of the event. Children 10 and under paddle for free with a registered adult. Altamont River Expeditions has canoe and kayak rentals for $45 each. You can contact them at 294-3604. Shuttles will be available from the takeout points that morning, with the shuttle leaving JC Landing at 8 a.m. and leaving Oglethorpe Landing at 8:15 a.m. Registration forms are available at the Jesup Train Depot, also on the Tourism Board website, waynetourism.com. And they ask you to bring your hats, sunscreen, and snack lunch to enjoy a beautiful day on the river. Again, the Altamont River Run set for Saturday, April the 17th. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morganson, have a great day.